Well, curses, that is 2 days in a row where I get out with a neat and tidy little 4 and then the thing just rips. This is today's activity. That's the open of the day, and I had a nice little short trade into this. Only took out 1 out of there, but it reversed into a long trade here. Got long just around this kind of area here. Took out 4 and I was getting out because of the exhaustion buy going on. But it was way too early. Look at this thing. I suppose it's all election news kind of driven. There must have been something kind of fundamental kind of come out. And the pullback to end of trend after bearish divergence, I mean, there was a heck of a lot more in it. Anyway, so kicking myself, but it was a beautiful 5-step setup, if you like. Exhaustion, sell, bullish divergence, number 1, kind of comes in. Then we put in some pullback to end of trend, just a shallow little one here around supports, that's 2. First sign of strength, number 3. Low risk entry point, number 4. Bang, right there. And then we get confirmation with a double break of time frames, and we get confirmed uptrend, so number 5. So it was a classic. Anyway, I hope some of the other traders out there made a lot more than I did on that move, because it was a beauty. And I'll tag on that day trade, but just to say some very sad news came this morning with the death of Tom Williams. Extraordinary, beautiful gentleman. He was a genius, and he helped reignite the interest in Wyckoff with his volume spread analysis and the trade guider software. I actually I bought his software, the almost very first version that went out way before Gavin Holmes got involved with the business, and you could definitely see in the early days that there was something there. The reason why I didn't persist with the software was the signals would change from day to day, because they would kind of recalculate rather than kind of stay fixed. They did actually kind of fix that in their software kind of early on in the piece, and have obviously kind of improved it massively kind of since those early days. But he was a genius, incredibly generous with his time and knowledge, and I think we have to thank him for his contribution to the trading world, particularly with his insights of what trading syndicates were up to, how they used the Wyckoff kind of principles to trade stocks. And yeah, just extremely sad news. He actually lives just down the road from where my mother lives in the south of England, a town called Worthing. But anyway, yeah, so just some very sad news. So I hope all the trade guider, I wish them well in the future. And yeah, a genius kind of passed away. Really sad. Anyway, I hope trading's going well. Probably going to be up all night, just checking out what's going on with the news feeds, and we'll know soon enough. Unless there's some kind of dreadful, we're going to the Supreme Court or Congress or whatever to figure out who the next president is going to be. So anyway, good luck to everybody. Okay, just reverse, gone long 21 even, just checking my stops and targets. And so out for 1 on that short trade. That was a pity that it didn't kind of go the full way. Reason for going long, I do need this to hold. I need this to get back up 21s here. Is this little blue professional bar. Classic little testing bar. Yep, please come back. So exhaustion, not exhaustion sell, just we're selling off. Flush patterns kind of going on. Blue professional bars kind of come in. They're coming at the lows, they're holding it, comes that down. Then this little push down. I really like the little, low range type ones. Sometimes they're really helpful. Comes in, holds, and that's like just a test down, and they take that opportunity to kind of pick it up. We haven't gone real exhaustion sells. We got flush patterns, flush kind of going on. Here we go. And the Rambo patterns too early. Fraction too early, but now above those Rambo patterns, and all these blue professional bars kind of came in here. First couple, I get that kind of selling it down, but then for them to come in afterwards, they just pushed it and then grabbed it. So it's more like a U-turn kind of pattern here. Support holds, and what are we doing on the system? So we've gone to strength. So this kind of confirmed weakness kind of here. Now all of a sudden we're broken above resistance, we're breaking into an uptrend. So we've got our exhaustion sell bullish divergence in. That's number 1. Number 2 is end of trends. Well, That was an end of trend. This was a pullback to, end of trend didn't finish off. Support kind of came in on the highest time frame, so it was kind of congestion area with the multiple kind of supports kind of going on rather than a end of a trending move. It was more like just a correction down rather than a trend down. Then first side of strength, bang. We'll come back a little bit. Hopefully my entry was good at 21. We're not going to press into that very much. So we'll have a little bit of weakness when we get resistance here on 15. But that should be kind of the starting, anyway, of a confirmed uptrend. So good. So we're just long. Let's see where we go next. Alright, so our lowest entry points in. We need to break back up above a resistance in order to get confirmation. It's kind of slowing down. We had jolts out. I don't know what number kind of came out or whatever, but didn't do all that much. I like it when these things just kind of take off straight away, but not yet. Anyway, okay, I think we're off and running. It's still having a good think about it. We've had our second break above a resistance, and that's why this has turned, kind of confirmed uptrend. But would like to get through this number here. That looked like a low average trade size kind of test. Rambo patterns, the amateur's going short here, got wrong-footed, taken out. So Rambo to Rambo channel, they're going long, and then they're like, no, I'm going short now. And now we come back up. So blasting through 22s, 22.5 up at resistance here will definitely get us on our way. But it's slowish. Okay, we're on our way. Just moving my target out to 26. And here we go. We're starting to break up through second resistance. It was a Rambo pattern, but that's okay. We blasted through the highs of that. So now we've got a double break. We've got kind of nice confirmation here. We did actually put in that little pullback to end of trend. So it's kind of a 5-step setup. So the first one is our bullish divergence, bang, number 1. Number 2, look for those pullback to end of trends, and that was a little bit too early, but then we had a pretty little one kind of going here, supports. So kind of a bunch of stuff happening around here. First sign of strength. There's our lowest entry point. Just kind of came in, we pushed a little bit kind of below it there, but then we now got confirmation. So 5-step setup. So I'm up one already on that first short. My target's only sitting at 26. That's fine. Let's just leave it. So we've got to go see exhaustion buy on 1500. But this will be trouble. We'll have a get of resistance on 45 when this goes kind of pull back to end of trend on 500. Alright, let's see where we go next. Alright, we just had a nice little jump. My target's sitting at 26. Initial target was 25. This is going to come into play at some point. I'm getting a little bit nervous about that, but exhaustion on the 500. This has got to go pull back end of trend. Nothing like an exhaustion reading on 1500. What is this number? 24.25. And this is 24.75. So see, that's what I was worried about. This resistance kind of coming in, and that's almost like a U-turn on the way up, on the way down. Now I think we're going to go test back up the 24s because we got pullback end of trend to make on 500, and this is being led by the amateurs and they're too early. So this should hold at some point and we'll kind of flick back up. But 26 is, I don't know, I think that's not makeable. So I'm just going to wait for this to try and hopefully perk up a little bit. It's gone really quiet. This will be it for me today. Okay, just out at 25 even. Excellent for 4, which was my original target. We just had end of trend gone off. Just got kind of interesting here. Just went boof, all of a sudden breaking new highs. So moved in my target from 26. I don't know if it's just going to keep going. It's not a heck of a lot of blue professional bars kind of up here. So maybe it is going to bust at 26. That's fine. 4 on the second, 1 on the first, so quite happy. It's gone a little bit quiet, so I'll probably leave it there. It's about 9:50 a.m. Chicago time.